After school, every day, let's have tea, let's sit down.
It has developed the country thoroughly.
He has seen his children, they're living good lives, and they all were brought up in the tea farm. Tea will transform lives.
It was a way of creating a bond, a sense of unity amongst people.
There is no any other where somebody can get money, and apart from being employed by the farmers of the tea in packing. My name is Haron Kabogwa. I was born by 1933. I came to be just an ordinary farmer. Then it came to an introduction of surveying here around the consolidation department, where I was employed. By that time, the salary was very little. I was earning 180 shillings per month. That's where I started farming. Me and my wife and my children were helping us to cultivate so that they could get daily meal. Actually, it was only the short distances because we are earning very little, which made ourselves to start educating our children, of which they obtained the education. As far as most of them, they are universities. The first planting was planted in 1956. That's why we started planting tea here. Every person grower was permitted to plant 150 stems. We continue planting till we now I've got over 10,000 stems here. We were fighting for freedom.
It was during emergency, during colonial mentality, that they did not expect us to have our own government. Now it was we were to fight against the colonials. Yeah.
I was arrested and I was imprisoned. I came out in 1954. You put water in the pot where you want to cook with. Then you put some tea leaves. Then it's on to open the fire. The water is trying to change now. After it boils, then you put the milk.
I'm very grateful to my parents because they forced us to go and study. My father said that he doesn't want any one of us to become a tea farmer unless by choice. He wanted us to be better, use the education that he has given us using the money from the tea to make us better children. He believes tea will transform lives.
My dad's got a tea factory that he works in as well. He was the first person in the whole world that decided the idea of making spiced tea bags.
When my mum came from work, I would make tea for her, and she taught me how to make masala tea. Now, it can take about half an hour to brew it, and that's when it hit me about the concept of creating spiced tea in tea bags. At that time, there was no masala tea in tea bags. In the 80s, there was lots of prejudice, and every time you mentioned masala tea, people assumed it was curry powder. Most of my black teas, they come from Kenya, predominantly for the fact that the quality of teas coming from Kenya, we found it to be superior. We do everything right from the beginning. All the spices are ground whole to our secret formula. It goes into a drum. The spices are blended. Then the tea is a blend of teas that we use that is blended as well. And then it gets put into the hopper to go to the tea bag machine. From the tea bag machine, it is packed into boxes and on its way to the consumer. In fact, it is something that the children look forward to. They come from school, and one of the first things as soon as we get in the car is like, shall we go home and have a cup of tea?
I love tea. It's so fantastic. Tea is so fantastic. My mummy, my daddy, they work with tea. They're so fantastic by making tea.
My earliest memories of drinking tea was from a bottle. We all got together as a family. It is a family unit. Sadly, nowadays, people come out with teas, not because they have any passion or drive towards it or any particular sense of purpose for it. Mine was to sort of unite families and friends and neighbors over a cup of tea and create a sense of well-being and a sense of unity.